Hi guys! You know what? There is nothing so frustrating as saying you're going to do something and then failing to do that thing. And I feel like with my previous Crapbook videos and live streams where I was redrawing old drawings, that I didn't actually come up with drawings that were all that great. I don't know if it was because I was nervous, almost like in a live stream people were watching me draw, or if I just need a lot of time and space away from a drawing in order to see those mistakes. I decided I needed to take one last stab at making a great drawing out of a much crappier old drawing that nonetheless had a spark of something in there that I wanted to capture again. So I've compiled my latest efforts into this one redraw video. I don't think anyone could make the case that I succeeded completely, but I think there's still value in learning from one's mistakes. And so, you can learn from experts who are fabulous at what they do, and you can learn from people like me and learn not to make the mistakes that I make. I should learn that too. Someday, Mama, draw good. So if you join me on any live streams or watched any of my previous Crapbook videos, particularly the redraws, these drawings will be familiar to you. But when I redrew the old drawings, I didn't like them as much as the originals. I lost something when I redrew them. Like this showgirl is one, and this one I call Anxiety is another one. I liked the original crappy drawing, but I wanted to redraw it and make it a better drawing, but retain the original qualities that I responded to. But I failed. I don't like the new drawings. It's really frustrating. I don't know if it's because I'm drawing live and there's so much pressure to do a good job right away, but I think it's worth looking at why the redraws aren't working. So let's start with Ariel here, a fresh start. I have not redrawn this one yet, but it was always ripe for redraw because I don't like this drawing. The main thing that bothers me about it is her eyeline is all wrong. Look, she's supposed to be looking at the fork, right? She's supposed to be looking like right over, yeah, but she's looking past the fork, way past the fork. I want the eyeline to be here. It's such a simple thing. I don't know how I missed that. But there's also just problems with the gesture not being very interesting, and it's kind of stodgy, and I don't know, there's just something about it that is too boring, and I wanted to make something a little cuter, a little more full of curiosity. And so I'm just going to try and redraw Ariel right here and see if I can capture some personality and fix that dang eyeline. I also, in doing this, I forget what a fork looks like, and that causes a little bit of trouble. But whatever, it's just scruffy. As long as she's looking at something that's in her hands, then I'll be satisfied at this point. So I'm trying to push the gesture a little bit more, create more of an S-curve, a little more rhythm, and yeah, I think that's an improvement so far, but there's still something. Hands. Can't friggin' draw hands. Okay, I think that this is a sketchy enough sketch. Let's compare it to what we were working on from the beginning. I really do think it's an improvement. I still don't like it, but it's more interesting to me than the drawing we originally started out with. Okay, I think that it's time to put this one aside and let my eyes take a break from it so I can see how awful it is in a few minutes. So, let's move back to one of the other drawings. Not This is one I call anxiety, and it's pretty much how I feel all the time. And in 2009, that drawing was something that I just always really liked this drawing, even though I always knew it was pretty crappy. And I tried to redraw it and make it all volumetric and, you know, color it with better color, but it just ruined everything that I originally liked about it. And I think the wonkiness of the shapes and how wildly disproportionate it is actually the thing that I liked about it originally. So what I'm going to try and do is just draw over it and try and keep those wonky shapes, keep that push and pull, that straight back, and try and push that over anxious expression of utter debilitating hopelessness. Now, should her shirt hang loose in the front or in the back? It's more interesting in the front. And her legs and calves and feet, I'm gonna just push those original shapes. I think those were good shapes. And her shorts fanning to the back instead of the front. Yeah, the back is more interesting. Who cares if it is not naturalistic? What I'm going here is not for realism. I'm just trying to find what's more interesting. I think that it could be pushed a little bit more. Yeah, and well, that's super rough, but I already like it better than the drawing I did in 2018. Yeah. Best leave it and move on before I change my mind. So let's go back to our showgirl here. The one on the right is the one from 2011, and the one on the left was the redraw I did. And I definitely lost a lot of appeal here. I mean, the original one from 2011 is crappy. I say that a lot, don't I? But it's true. It is crappy, but there was something about her that was so sweet and charming, and something about her silhouette that I really liked that I totally abandoned. Maybe it's the flow of just how everything was working together, and the new one seemed so stodgy. So, and also, I liked the original one so much. She really was a precursor to how I approached designing Mitzi. Yeah, just draw over so you can see that this showgirl is basically Mitzi, just a little exaggerated, with slightly different proportions, smaller and cuter, but there she is, Mitzi, there you go. Boom. Go away, Mitzi. And I'm trying to redraw. Okay, you know what? I've learned my lesson. I'm just gonna redraw on top of the drawing that I like. And just make sure that the shapes are cleaner, the silhouette is crisper, and that the shapes have more rhythm. And make her waist a tiny bit bigger. You know, her waist originally kind of went into nothingness. Now, I do like that giant bow from the redraw, so I'll keep that. Yeah, I think that is a successful redraw of the original 2011 drawing. Maybe she needs a little pill cap or a showgirl feather, a headdress. Always need to fix the arms and hands. There's never a time when they don't need fixing. Maybe just move that arm. Yeah. Maybe she should be the fan dancer holding No. She's good the way she is. So let's go back to that anxiety drawing and see if I still kind of like the sketch. Yeah, I still kind of like the sketch. Well, what do you know? it's been a whole hour or so in real time since I looked at this, and I have not yet turned on her. But let's just, I need to clean her up a little bit more before she's ready for prime time. And let's look again. What was it in that original drawing that I had, that I lost when I redrew it? So I just didn't have the same kind of push and pull, the same kind of drama that was in the original one. So let's take that redraw, plump it up a little bit, and see if I can clean this up. Now you may have noticed that whenever I say I'm going to clean something up, doesn't mean that I'm going to end up with a clean drawing. It takes 3 or 4 passes for me to go from rough to an actually clean drawing. But the more I go through it, the more I can be careful about how I retain the qualities that I like and fix the messiness. So yeah, so I'm just gonna make sure that I'm avoiding tangents, make sure that I've got those shapes with their nice interesting rhythms preserved. And I know it's beginning to sound repetitive, where I keep talking about shape, interest, rhythm, but these are things that I have yet to internalize, so I keep having to say it over and over like a chant, like shapes, interesting, rhythm. I have to make it interesting. And yeah, I think that's still an improvement. Moving on. So let's look at Ariel again. Do I hate this drawing yet? Compared to the original? Yes, I hate this drawing now. I have taken a step back, given it some time, and I've determined I need to redraw this again. So the improvement is there, I think. The pose has been pushed a little bit, so I'm just gonna push it even more. I mean, why not do more of the thing that I think is working? Oh dear, the hands. Those hands. Oh God, what does a fork look like? At some point I should go downstairs and just grab a fork and look at it. But I'm too lazy right now, because I'm drawing a mermaid. I missed mermaid this year. Like the whole month. I need to draw one good mermaid. You know what? Even after all this time, I am still not getting the eye line right. She's looking at her hands, not at the fork. Why is this so hard for me to grasp? So I'd like to at least go back and compare. What are the stages? There's the original. It's colored. It's good. It's good color. And there's sort of the line of action. Not very interesting. Let's draw the line of action for the second one. Here's how it was originally oriented. That's a little better. A little more pushed. And the line of action for the sketch I just did is pushed even more. So I think there's a steady progression of getting betterness, but somehow I think that this drawing is just cursed. I don't know if I'll ever get to something I like here. I'm gonna switch gears again. Let's go back. Let's go back in time. Okay, anxiety. Do I still like this redraw? Yeah. Yes. Yes, I actually do still like this. So now I think it's an appropriate time to actually do a proper cleanup. There's the original scruffy sketch that I was working from, and I cleaned it up to this point. Yeah, I think we're ready. So I'm going to do a super duper shaduper speed up here. I know everything else in this video, I don't know if I mentioned it enough, but everything in this is sped up. This was actually done over the course of many hours, which is really sad, but what can you do? This is actually sped up about as far as Premiere allows. Yeah, so even when I do cleanup, I still prefer to use a pencil. Somehow, ink terrifies me. Having a lot of trouble with these eyes. I don't know, the expression is something that is what is troubling me the most about this redraw. I keep having to flip back and forth between my previous drawings because I'm still always losing something. I can't figure out the eye, I can't figure out the hair. I just really wanted to make this... just a very strong emotion. And I just can't quite get back there. Or maybe I've imbued the original drawing with a power that it didn't really ever actually have, and I'm just gonna drive myself crazy trying to capture it. I'm already crazy. It's not much of a leap. I guarantee you I'm going to fiddle with this drawing until it's just every little bit of charm that I thought it had is gone. So I'm tired of this already. I'm adding color. I'm not going to color it the way I did that redraw in 2018. Well, the first redraw of 2018. I'm going to try something else. Failure is a wonderful teacher. At this point, I'm just trying to sort of do in between what the original and the redraw were doing color-wise. Split the difference, as they say. But I think I'm pretty close to burnout on this one, so I might table this again and move on. Move on. So here's my showgirl again, Mitzi prototype, La Parisienne, as I am now calling her. And I still think this is successful. Wow! Something actually is working out in this whole comedy of errors. So I'm going to do my darndest and clean this Parisienne as best I can. I'll play with different mouth shapes. Yeah. So this is also extremely sped up, even more sped up than everything else. It's just funny how your impression of a drawing changes once you've had some distance. I hope I can get to the point where I can see the mistakes right away and figure out how to solve them in one sitting, because this is such an ordeal. And hopefully it's educational for somebody else watching to see what it is that I'm looking for in a strong, appealing drawing. That's not bad. Compare her to that original drawing from 2011 that I liked. And I can't believe it. I think I actually did it. I think I actually did a redraw that's, oh my gosh. I think it's good. Holy cats. Okay, coloring now. I didn't like the colors that I did in the 2017 redraw, so I'm going to sample from that original kind of sepia-toned. Oh, somebody subscribed. Great. Drawing. Clean up the little bitty corners. Gotta give that makeup. Sorry if I didn't mention it enough before, this is all, I was live streaming all of this. So that's why you see the cheers and the subscribes. But that live stream was a couple hours, and I decided that was too long. I'm just going crazy here, creating like a topographical map on her hair. It just feels French to me. I don't know why. But what is a successful drawing if I don't try to ruin it a little bit? So yeah, There's the original, there's the redraw from 2017. And I think what I have now is actually good. Oh my gosh. Guys, I like something that I did. This is unprecedented. I am going to ride this high. Let's go back to Ariel. Ariel. You know what? I'm tired. I was tired when I was drawing this, and I'm tired of looking at it again. I think I know what to do. Yes, I has a solution.
Our appointment was for 7. It's 8:15. If she's not here by 11, they'll simply have to wait. Oh, Manush's heard that.
Yep, no shame in that.
Waiting for Katie, waiting for Kate.
I give up on this drawing because I have to move on with my life, and so do you. So that was my redraw exercise, and thank you for sticking around and gleaning, hopefully, some wisdom from my mistakes. Now, I did like how this redraw went. I think that was a success. Poor Ariel, I had to just abandon her. She just wasn't cutting the mustard, and sometimes it's best to stop banging your head against a wall. And in the case of anxiety, I think I did make improvements, but you know what? I ended up liking the drawing that I did previously to my final cleanup better than any of them. So I decided not to clean it up further and just let a sleeping dog lie. But the expression on the face I ended up liking better than the one that I did as the final cleanup. So was this all a waste of time? I don't think so. It sounds like it, the way I talk, but you never improve unless you examine your own mistakes. And someday, I'm going to do a drawing that is good the first time. I hope you're there to join me when that happens. Bye, guys. You're the best. Oh, and remember to click all the buttons. You know what to do. I sure as heck don't. How does this stuff work? I just do what YouTube tells me.